And we're live.
Hello world, this is the pod layer proof of concept demo team doing what we do, which is tracking the Mojo phenomenon and showing the methodology to the public that we're using to do so. Our normal 3-act structure: Act 1 fundamentals, Act 2 intermediate, Act 3 advanced. The fundamentals will be working with collages, showing pictures of celebrities doing various physiological cues, and then associating the language, the descriptive terms we use for those cues. But the cues have a real-world association in pictures or video. Then for Act 2, that's our primary proof of concept for this week. That's where the team had the week to go over 5 to 10 samples under blind test conditions. And now we're going to come together and see what the cohesion accuracy is. And the samples that are most challenging for the team, we'll spend some time reviewing. The samples this week came from Let's Win Gobs. And then Act 3 is the advanced portion where we do a live read in real time. The team will take on a read, and you'll hear them go back and forth, talking, making questions, making assertions, vetting things out. And the way they're doing that is a really good way to understand how any Mojo reader on their own should be asking themselves questions about the sample they may be reading. And the sample tonight is going to be music artist. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I am Nai G Coach.
I'm Shiny Riley.
I'm Zai Neodemus.
I'm Nige Mitchell.
I'm Nige Ben.
And this is Nige Glenn.
Excellent. All right, take it away, Jarlene.
Excellent. So I will screen share the pop culture timeline. We're continuing on the 2005 through 2009 TV show timeline, and we're starting off today with Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to do round robin, starting with myself today. And for our first turn, calling out a cast member of their Mojo, we'll call out a Mojo, and then anytime we find a gender Mojo, a new gender Mojo, we'll call out a cue for them as well. So I'll get us started off. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, a reality television series focused on the personal and professional lives of several women residing in Atlanta, Georgia. Demons, you're up.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay, the Ziny are Nemojos, which you can see because they have knee. Is her name Nene? That's hilarious. Anyway, so you can actually, I didn't say that. Ziny, either Nene, Leaks. Okay, so the Ziny are Nemojos, which means they're going to have dancing eyes. Let's look at the picture on the left. You can see that there's a quality to her eyes that are diffuse, meaning it doesn't look like they're looking directly at a physical object. So they have kind of this dispersed cone-like vision where they're kind of just looking at like everything at the same time, like just looking almost like in a flashlight general view. And it's because the knee is seeking patterns, the unseen that is in the environment, and not physical objects in the environment, which is why they don't have the laser or clear-eyed quality that the Nemojos have.
Okay. Ji Vi Candy Burris. That's herself. So it's a Ji Vi. She is a Ji Alpha, so she's going to have the warm pilot features, and that warmth in her expression, the emotive impactfulness, is going to go all the way through her face, even when she moves it very, very little. Travels up the face very easily. You can see, like, she's smiling on the right, so it's very obvious that it goes up her entire face there, but on the left she's smiling maybe a little bit less, but you can still see the emotive expression going into the eyes.
Vijay, Phaedra Parks. Vijay have V as their source power, which gives off a distinct laser glossy quality. They have a bifield face, so that will be that along with the Nye will be the only signal that you see in the eyes.
Ziny Kim Zolciak, Bierman. So Ziny have a unifield face. So with that comes that means that basically the top half, where the location of their eye, as well as their mouth area, as well as their cheek area, has this connective. It's all connected in as like this one, as this one piece, if you will. And for them, since there's eye alpha, they have an unflappability that goes throughout their entire face, and a localization in just the mouth area for their G.
G by Cynthia Bailey. It's my first turn, so I'll go ahead and point out another cue here. G vibe. Their second power is vibe. You'll see that in the eyes. What's that? I'm sorry.
Third rank power.
G vibe.
You said second rank.
Vi is second rank.
Oh, thank you. I heard that. My bad. Ignore me.
Okay.
But haven't we already done G5?
I was like, wait.
Yeah, but this is the first time, first cue, right? Yeah.
Yeah, first time.
Oh, you haven't done one yet, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done one yet. So Vi, she'll have Vi. She has Vi in her eyes, and that's her first perception power. So you see that in that the eyes, like the pupil has like this dense quality to it, and it generally comes with a prepared look. She has less of that concern that you typically see with Vi. It's there, but with her you see some of that the knee, which is her polar power, come through that gives that sort of buoyancy to her eyes.
Ziny Sherry Whitfield.
G5 Kenny Moore.
Xeni, Peter A. Thomas. Xeni have a unifield face, unlike the bifield face of the Vijay I mentioned earlier. The reason for that is you can see that the Z bracing energy goes all the way throughout the entire face. They have the helmet of bracing because of that.
The Real Housewives of New York. A fast-paced reality show that follows several incredibly busy and ambitious Manhattan women. Watch as they balance envious social calendars, challenging careers, and motherhood with the hustle and bustle of the big city all around.
Okay, Ziny Ramona Singer.
Ziny Luann de Lesseps.
Lots of
Cool last
Ziny.
name.
Yeah.
Ziny Alex McCord.
Ziny Bethany Frankel.
Ziny Jill Zarin.
Ziny Sonia Morgan.
Pending Simon Van Kempen is pending.
Ziny Kelly Bensman.
I get another Xeni dude. Xeni Bobby Zarin.
Xeni Mario Singer.
Dollhouse. The futuristic laboratory assigns different tasks to its various residents who then have their memories erased upon the completion of their assignments. The show follows an organization that employs mind-wiped humans known as dolls who are implanted with false memories and skills for various missions and tasks. When they're not at work, they're living in a real-life dollhouse, which gives the show the name. One of those mind-wiped humans, a young woman named Echo, is slowly starting to become aware of herself and what's going on. All the while, somebody on the outside is trying to bring the dollhouse down while getting closer to Echo possibly not aware that she is one of the dolls he is after.
Typical story. It makes sense.
Nijai, Eliza Dushku. Nijai's new, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So. Okay, so the Nijai have unaware mode of expression. A part of this is that since Jai is a compass power, it brings them to equilibrium. We've seen a lot of like Xi and G mojos, and the Xi and G mojos, when they go to equilibrium, their faces neutralize. But with the Jai mojos, then their faces are filled with the point expression when they resonate. So if you look on the picture on the left, you can see that she's doing this Jai mouth purse, where you can see that her mouth is filling with this unaware moding. It's not being used to move people or the audience like Xi aware expression is. It's unaware. So it's simply a reflection of personal resonation.
Mhm.
Genai Harry Lennox.
New?
Yes, they are new.
Okay, Genai's new then. All right. So, as a Genai, he is a Nai mojo. So he is G alpha. So there is going to be warmth coming into the eyes, but his eyes have the baseline cunning signal, which is piercing like Vi is. It looks like not as much that it's looking at details, more that it's like looking at your soul or looking through what it's looking at.
Vaiji, Crans. Vaiji male is new, I believe.
Yeah.
Vaiji they have Zai as their offside power. You can see that it gives off a distinct signal of unflappability, and that modulates the signal of caring that causes the mowing to go into the cheeks. The Zai is also in the cheeks. It simply flattens and curbs his energy. So it gives his face a touch of a cooling to it.
Mhm. Nizi Tamo Penniket. So Nizi are new, and with them they have Z as their tandem power, and so that doesn't go there. So their neutralizing doesn't go into their eye area or up to the brow line, but it goes all the way in. But it is in the cheek area, and it gives them a sharky kind of quality with their smile, because their Xi emoting doesn't go all the way up to, it only goes up to the midline. It also, the Z has a bracing quality, and it has a unique cue called anvil.
Hey guys.
Hey Bruno.
This one's yours.
Okay.
And since it's your first turn, you can call out a cue.
Okay. Jinai Enver Gyokaj. So Jinai are they are lead discernment mojo, and so you see that they have a unifield face where the G emoting colors the entire signal, and the polar Xi is only found right underneath the eyes, like the smallest area of any of the mojos is for the lead discernment. And because he's a G alpha, it's Xi localized to just below the eyes.
Jaini Daikin Lockman. Jaini, let's see, Jaini have, because they are discernment leads, they also have unifield face, and you'll see, so the tone that comes from their Jai, which is their first power, they're unaware, emoting casts this poignancy that goes up the midline of the face, and it also goes up above the brim line and casts that emotive tone on the eyes as well.
Shiny Olivia Williams.
Shiny Miracle Lori.
Shiny Amy Aker.
Acker?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Gina Reed Diamond.
SGU Stargate Universe. Trapped on an ancient starship billions of light years from home, a group of soldiers and civilians struggle to survive and find their way back to Earth. The previously unknown purpose of the ninth chevron is revealed, and ends up taking a team to an ancient ship, Destiny. A ship built millions of years ago by the ancients used to seed distant galaxies with stargates. This team, led by Dr. Nicholas Rush and Colonel Everett Young, is trapped on the ship, unable to change its program mission. The team encounters new races, new technologies, and new enemies as the runaway ship travels to the far ends of the universe.
Naiji Robert Carlyle. Naiji male is new. With Naiji, they are perception leads, so they have bifield face, unlike the Jaini and Gina that we were looking at just a little bit ago. That have the unifield face. So for Naiji, their eyes will have this very cunning look to it. You can see it like it's a little more detached here, which is also like this also has part of it is the knife, part of it is that they're subjective, so it's like a faraway look. But when they do lock on a person, you can see right here it's a quite fierce, directed puncher look, and it has a cunning quality. And he'll have below the brim line, and particularly you'll see it radiating from the mouth. You'll see the G aware expression when he emotes, and when he neutralizes, you'll see the Xi, and you see it here with the unflappability.
Nizi Luis Ferreira.
Gina Brian J. Smith.
Naiji Elise Levis.
Naiji lady?
Naiji Lady is new. Naiji have V as their polar power. V has the distinct signal of amped, has a laser more of a concrete quality than her Nai does, and you can see it also has an altered state quality. And you can see she's kind of you can see V in both pictures in her eyes. Lesser extent to the Nai, but it's there. It's altered state, curving energy.
Jaini David Blue. I believe Jaini is new.
They are.
So with Jaini, they have Jai as their source power, and that brings along with it a emotive spectrum that goes all the way up to their brow line. They're even if they're holding their face very still and unemotional, so to speak, there's always this very sensitive quality in their face where even a small amount of emotion or tone is going to be able to translate. It's going to be expressed throughout their entire face, not just a certain portion like it would be for any mojo that is not a Jez Alpha.
These Elena Huffman.
These ladies are new.
Okay. So Mizai have Xi is their primary main discernment, and so you'll see a sheerness to the cheeks all the way up to I believe, yeah, up to the brim line, so just below the eyes, um, and the G emoting is very localized to just above the lips, just above the lip line, um, and yeah,
Shinai, Jamil, Walker, Smith.
Nizai, Peter, Calamus.
These males are new.
Oh, how
Yeah.
fun. Okay. Let's see. Something that I haven't said. Okay,
No
so
one has said.
what's that?
Oh, then no one has said, but no, that's not necessary.
All right. So the Nizai are logic-based mojos. So that means that they are going to have a characteristic that is pretty much the primary characteristic to look for in logic-based versus values-based. And that's the sheer cheeks. So that means the emotive expression that comes from the mouse is not going to be able to readily go past the midline of the cheeks. So it gives them a sheer cheeked quality. In the case of the knee's eye, that looks like localized G, meaning the aware expression is mainly going to be happening below the cheeks, below the midline of the face, which gives them a Cheshire Cat-like quality. On the left, it's kind of subtle, but you can see that the expression that he's doing is growing side to side. It can be very big, but it grows side to side and down, which gives this signature Cheshire Cat quality. That's the word we like to use for the knee's eye, or V's eye. Localized G, emotive expression.
Nizai Patrick Gilmore.
Nizai Jennifer Spence.
Jaini Julia Benson.
Jinai Ming-Na Wen.
Shinai ladies are new.
Okay. So, as with the Jinai males, the Xi neutralizing is located mostly below the eye. So, right from below the eye to maybe the midline, not even quite. It's a fairly small amount of neutralizing that she has because the Xi is polar. And along with that is the G emotive expression, which is the main signal from the facial expression.
Shinai Lou Diamond Phillips.
Jinai Jeffrey Bowyer Chapman.
Right. United States of Tara. Woman struggles to find balance between her dissociative identity disorder and raising a dysfunctional family.
Naiji Tony Kaletic.
Jinai John Corbet.
Jaini Rosemary DeWitt.
Shiny Kier Gilchrist.
I believe he was updated to Naiji.
It's kind of interesting. I looked at him, like before I read the text, I thought he was a Naiji.
So do you know offhand? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll leave it as is.
What's
Okay.
his name? Gilchrist?
Make a note, I guess.
Sorry, was he updated or not?
Oh, okay. I'll put pending for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
Care?
He's an Aishi.
Naishi? Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna update it.
According to the 20K.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, might be obsolete by now.
Yeah, there's been some changes since then.
And Bizai Brie Larson.
Nijai, Patton Oswald.
Bizai males or no?
Oh, how about that? All right. Okay, Nijai males. You know, I already did unaware expression, but this cue is just too good. So I'm going to do unaware expression again. The Nijai are Jai mojos. This means they have unaware mode of expression. Okay, so a detail about that I didn't already talk about is that the energy is going to come from the lower jaw. So when any Jai mojo does resonating, there's going to be a laxness happening, like a muscle relaxing of the lower jaw, and as if the lower jaw kind of sinks into it. On the right, you can see this pretty vividly. Like, look at the way that the mouth is parting. There's also this downturn mouth quality. You can see just from the markings of the mouth how the lines are making that down-shaped U. So yeah, this is a picture of a Nijai resonating. Now, what separates between the Jaini is that it doesn't go into the eyes. So you can see that these cheeks, they're really soft. They have what we call an apple cheek quality. So it's really soft and tender emotive flesh that goes up below the eyes, but not past them. The eyes are always looking for patterns and possibility.
Jaini Michael J. Willett.
Is Nizy male now?
No.
Nizy male, no.
Okay, thank you. Nizy Michael Hitchcock.
Nijai Nate Cordery.
Genai Matthew. I can't see his last name. Okay, Genai Matthew Del Negro.
Naiji Eddie Izzard. Okay, and we'll start here next time with V. Okay. Now on to the second act, which is the weekly quiz. This week's quiz, as Coach mentioned, the samples came from Let's Win Gobs. So we'll start off with you, Bruno, saying what our guesses are. Okay, so first, the requisite is Joel Furman, an author, physician, speaker, and media personality in the field of health, fitness, and health. What'd you guess, Bruno?
Said Vaiji.
I said Vaiji too.
I said Vaiji.
I said Vaiji.
Vaiji.
I went with Vaiji as well.
Vaiji it is.
Yay, Vaiji it is. Go team.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Those eyes, they looked way too prepared.
Next, Shauna Ahern, writer, baker, also known as gluten-free girl. What'd you guess for her, Bruno?
Said Zenai.
I actually went with Nijai.
I guess Nijai.
I guess Nijai.
I said Nijai.
Between Nijai and Vijay, I went with Vijay.
Yeah, Joey.
Oh, it's Vijay.
I was between those two.
Oh man.
That's like the Jay Leno chin. I don't know if that's any, like, if that's any indicator of V, but it was very
I can even see why Zenai would come up because the shades. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Vijay, that's cool.
Vijay. All right. Next,
This little stream.
I found this one a very tough read. This next one, Shane Dawson, blogger known as Shane. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
I said Naiji.
Yeah, I said Naiji too.
Oh yeah, I said Naiji. He kind of seemed like a lot of the YouTube comedians that we.
Yeah, Markiplier and the other dude, Nigahiga.
Yeah.
I said Naishi.
I said Naiji.
I
Wouldn't be surprised if that's one.
got in. I ended up doing Ziny, which probably
Yeah, lots of signs in that sheet.
okay. Yeah,
That's a good. I can see that. Though.
yeah. I was putting those.
Yeah, I can see that too. He definitely has Wazai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Lauren Pritchard, singer. What did you guess for her, Bruno?
I said Nijai.
Yeah, I went with Nijai too.
I guess Jaini, but I really consider Nijai and Naiji.
Yeah, I went Shiny too, actually.
I said Naiji.
It was between Naiji and Nijai. I went with Nijai. What?
We're going to her. She's a Jinai.
Ooh.
That makes so much sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I considered
Sure,
Shinai,
shows
but I was
Alpha.
like, I hadn't seen many other ones like her. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jailene, can you please repeat the answers? I'm having trouble hearing, Coach.
She's
Gina.
a Shinai.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'll try to project one.
that's okay. I can repeat
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's
No problem. Yeah.
that sucks.
Cool. So next one is Heston Blumenthal, who's a British celebrity chef. What did you guess for him, Bruno?
Said Naiji.
He was tricky. I went with Nijai though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was hard. I guess Nijai.
I guess Nishai.
I said Naiji.
I went with Naishi. Nijai.
Oh man.
That
I
is.
thought his
I-
mouth was.
I thought I was gonna get him wrong, yo.
I may have guessed. I think I would have guessed Naiji if it wasn't for his eyes. His eyes. Just,
Yeah, his eyes and his.
They looked so weird on his face. Like
I
mean,
know,
not to offend him, but it's like.
No. And he's also very professional, like Gordon Ramsay in a way, but he's got more of a buoyant energy about him. He's got like this kind of interesting. Yeah, we can discuss him more later.
Yeah, very interesting one. Okay, optionals. First of the optionals, Josh Temple, HGTV, host and contractor. What did you say for him, Bruno?
Said Jinai.
Yeah, I went with Jinai. Kind of remind me of Mike Rowe.
Pass.
I went with G9.
Pass.
I passed on him.
Yeah, I'll take another look at him, but I believe he was the hard one of the whole thing. I think that's a DJ.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, and I was thinking Vizai actually.
Oh man, Bijai. Okay.
At one point, yeah, I did.
Yeah, we
It's actually
don't,
not that far from G9.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
crazy.
We talked about Charlene,
What?
those different customers on the Treehouse show.
Oh yeah, the master, Treehouse Masters.
Not the actual team, but all
Not the
other
team, but the
customers.
clients. A lot of the clients are actually Bougets.
Ah, interesting.
All right. Next one, Stephen Greer, retired doctor and ufologist. What did you guess for him? Bruno.
I said Jivai.
I went with Z9 for him.
Pass.
I said Vaishi.
Pass.
I passed on him too.
I believe this is a Visa.
Nizai.
Nizai?
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. That was my first instinct just from pictures, but like, yeah.
Further. Okay. Next, Michelle Fan, a YouTube makeup guru. What did you guess for her, Bruno?
Said Jaiji.
I was going between both accents, but I went with Vijay.
Pass.
I said Jai
I said Jiv.
I went with Bijai.
Visa.
Bijai.
What?
Yeah, 'cause she in her videos particularly, she has like can have more of a demure sort of energy. But when I saw some of her interviews, she was seeming a little too quick.
Yeah, she's got the fleshy claw too. Yeah, I saw that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, next, Alan Stone, an American soul musician. What did you guess for him, Bruno?
It said Naiji.
Yeah, I went with Naiji, but he was a little bit tricky. I thought maybe Jaini or Nijai something.
I guess Naiji. I was considering he might be kind of like what's his name? That Johnny actor from what's that?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also considered a little bit possibly Weird Al Yankovic a little bit.
Bruno just pulled that out like exactly like you knew.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
I guess Nightshade.
Yeah, it kind of ripped up Andy Samberg for me.
What did you guess, Adimus, or did you?
I passed on the rest of them.
Okay. I went with Naiji on him.
Yeah, I had a sub there, but it is Naiji.
Naiji.
Oh, okay. I thought I got scared.
I was gonna say Johnny.
We're gonna be looking at him.
Something about him makes you think he might be Johnny. I know.
Yeah, 'cause
I know. He's affable. He's affable.
Yeah. This one is Jan Frisch, a French magician. What'd you guess for him, Bruno?
It said Naiji as well.
Yeah, I went with Naiji.
Naiji, worried he might be an Nijai, but I guess Naiji.
Yeah.
I said Nightshade.
I went with Naiji also.
And was my viewer.
Was he?
Oh, he's a Nijai?
What is he? Nijai?
Holy, he had that. Oh my god.
Because like at first I was like, oh, it totally looks like an IG, and I looked at him again like he. Because I know Nijai can do this, where they give up, really, like, especially magicians, they give up a really, like, serious, look, I get what they're seeing.
Yeah.
He has like a haunted quality to him, doesn't he? In his eyes.
Yeah.
He does.
So they kind of, can almost seem like hunters because they're like, they're very careful, and they come off as very serious, but really they're playing a trick,
Yeah. Even with the
It reminded him of some directives.
he was oh man, I kind of jumped past his case a little bit too quickly. Yeah, he's tricky.
Yeah. I got dismissed it too quickly.
Yeah, I was seeing like all magicians are Naiji almost a little bit, but no.
Yeah. Okay, first one, I think Shauna Ahern, maybe. I think several people said Nijai for her.
Did anyone get it right?
I
I
did.
think you
Did.
Charlie got it right. Okay, cool. You can lead off on that one. Oh man, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
But I thought I was seeing like appley cheeks, but I guess Vijay have like that quality too, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, both shreds gathered.
And and I can totally see her arms and the way she carries herself. That's fleshy, warm fleshy claw. Yeah.
Well, I'm outstanding. I feel
Yeah, so I guess, I was looking for the bobble, and I didn't see bobble with her. It was more like a shimmy sort of quality.
Yeah, more.
More, it has a more, I guess,
Tactile?
not sharper look than the knee does. Bobble, Bobble's more rounded. Theirs has a more like electric sort of.
Yeah, it has more of like a tactile. I don't know. I think.
Tactile quality makes it less erratic.
Yeah, less erratic. Yeah. Just even more earthy, more centered.
Not as vibratory. Yeah, it's centered.
I put another one on. So I could definitely see the Jai and Jai going into the cheeks, and the eyes had that objective, even though she has like a more, not as like open peepers as like some beauty.
Yeah, her eyes are not as big, I guess.
But they did have open to the world as a primary quality, rather than when she went inward, like it seemed out of it seemed unnatural or altered.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
She does have good development as far as her Zhai and Nai go, though, right?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, her Nai, like it gives her more feral and like knowing look. Gives more gravitas to her.
Right. Yeah. Poise too.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Zinai, she has just like
Yeah, Coach was saying, I don't know if you guys heard, but as far as Zinai, that that would make sense, because she has to use Z a lot in her teaching roles. She comes from a teaching background and now teaches people about food.
I believe she's also a business owner too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So, and our eyes again didn't have that second conversation kind of quality.
Tell us about.
Yeah, I was fooled. Yeah, I kind of got a little bit swayed by the book that she's in a little bit. Kind of seems a little bit indie. I thought maybe that might have something to do with her maybe being a Nijai. It's okay.
Yeah, for years, low level.
Yeah.
It's a Nijai. It makes sense.
Emergency.
Yeah, and let me put one where you see her hands. That also was a tiebreaker.
That was relevant, but
Okay.
I saw Fred the hubby is about you.
Oh, the husband is a Vaiji. I was trying to figure out her husband. Sofri.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought maybe Naiji, but yeah, I think Vaiji makes more sense. Totally.
His eyes are tighter.
Still like a statue.
The business hearing the music, but I'm not here.
Actually, the farmers,
Yeah, you could see her hands here, and they had a more fleshy quality than Gumby.
Did she riff of anybody?
No?
Maybe Hayden's character?
I didn't get any particular riff. She just
Right.
it was more of like the energy and her her way just reminded me of some other Vijay chefs that I had seen on TV, like natural what do you call it, healthy food fair kind of chefs, like yeah.
Sort of like a Rachel. What's her name?
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray. I kind of sort of like that.
But, I mean, it has a different, physiology, but and her eyes are more, have a brighter laser quality than, like she has more. She has more Nai.
Right.
A lot more independent restaurants.
It makes sense though.
Do you guys see it?
Yeah, I see much better now. I'm really focusing on the eyes. I feel like that gives it away, and also the way that her body has that sort of more visceral quality with the V. That's something that's popping out to me a lot more now.
Yeah.
Your joy is.
That's cool.
Sweet. All right, cool. So that is Shauna Ahern. How about Lauren Pritchard, Jinai?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need to look at her.
Everybody else said Jaini or Nijai.
Yeah, I like to see what you guys can see now that that's pointed out, because I think you guys were all kind of around her with the other romantics. Let me just confirm it real quick and dial in, and I'll hand off to you guys.
Oh man, yeah.
Lauren.
I think probably for a lot of you, it was you maybe just didn't have a riff that made you like put Jinai up as a real strong possibility.
Yeah, no real riff there. I got a riff of a Nijai, but not of a Jinai.
It's gonna be another Jinai coming out though, so.
Yeah, now I can see it though because she has that lionic
Yeah.
look and it's going into her eye.
Bionic look
Yeah.
in the eyes, fully forward and comfortably so, and a nice big paddle. Hello to you. Keep looking. There's a good case you guys can see.
Hi Lauren, we're in Rhode Island in Manchester.
Yeah, she's very looking forward. Not double
Strange
jumping.
gig, yeah?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she does kind of remind me a little bit of the one from Black Sails, the blonde protagonist that I kind of knew. Like a brunette kind of knew. Yeah, her hands. I also was having trouble because I put niche eye, but I couldn't see the Gumby. Now I know why. That's not Gumby.
Yeah, so how long have you been in? Obviously, you're from Jackson.
And Popplewell, is that who she riffed you off of?
Yeah, that's the riff that I got. But yeah, I can see she has more tensioning. That kind of threw me off. I didn't understand it at first. Her face definitely has the more pilot, helmety quality to it too. I thought maybe I was seeing something like Anna Popple, but Anna Popple has more softer lines to her. It's kind of more adaptive.
And her eyes
smile is
also
more.
these have they're warm. They have like a hunter quality to them. They are not a hunter, but
more intense.
Aggressive.
Quality.
Yeah. The first thing about her that popped out to me was V and objective. So I started by playing with Vijay, but I noticed she looked way more cunning, and also I can see her doing G snarls. So I was like, this is either a Naiji or really cunning Vijay, but I guess I just didn't have a riff to think there's something in between that, and that's G and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a bit of a new riff, I guess.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, but you see that it's like her tonality, the G is going into her eyes, and as she's.
Yeah, she has a wary quality to her eyes too.
Yeah.
Weary.
I mean, you've had quite a journey, right? Obviously, getting to London.
Also, she has more. You can see that dissatisfaction in her eyes too.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was noticing.
Like not like that buoyant up energy from a knee.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
She's a cool sample.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I like her because of the novelty of her just being a new riff. She's very different.
Yeah, that she has sort of that hypno swivel from the knife.
I thought she was a little bit edgy. I was like, there's nothing edgy about her. Like, what is that? She's a directive, that's why. She's got swag.
Yeah, very easy jutting. Like a lot of full face. Yeah. Cool. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have time, we should probably take a look at the contractor because that's a pretty rare one there.
Yeah. Let's look at, what do you call it? Josh Temple. He also had very limited media too, I guess.
Yeah.
But there were
That's why I passed on him.
there was some good video. If you put in Josh Temple and then you put House Crashers, you get some more videos of him on YouTube.
Let's try here. He's a Vijay. Okay. Very interesting.
Something that I think in reverse of Pritchard, which is I think you guys just have a riff for him. I think you guys were seeing like G and I, or like I'm seeing objective and V and values based. Yeah, this video's not that great. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
People are putting their money back into their houses. Some of them.
Okay, That right there is one fleshy claw. That is one fleshy claw. And actually, I think it's pretty classic. It's just we have so few rifts going on. He's also doing more emoting inwardly with the Jai there. You see he has like that kind of like almost like surprised about the emoting he's having at the moment, and the lift.
Yeah.
Staycations, which
But then notice his movements, although they're the circular of the gather, they're more solid. They don't have that sort of wavy quality that a bobble will.
Yeah.
outside, we're grilling, we're having people over in our own backyard.
Okay, now something to watch here as far as telling apart from the Genii. Once again, that's warm Gumby Claw. I mean, warm Fleshy Claw there.
Yeah.
But what may be tricky, maybe another reason thinking he's Genii, besides he's just rare, is that he is coming at it from the point of view of like, leading man, telling you how to do things, instructor. Notice what he's doing, something you'll see in Nijai a lot. We just haven't seen Bijai so much, but they share this trait, is that they so, and as they do this, they hurl out their articulation. He's getting very pumped up with both his momentum powers in a good way, and that's allowing him to fire his Z. But it's not just like bop, 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 like a pilot would do. Pilot's just blows out with that. I mean, he's like bubbling, and as he bubbles, his articulation is coming from that bubbling. He's doing this and up. So rolling of the hands and an up lift motion. Okay, right there. Also, can you see when he's waiting? He's very comfortable in the waiting position. And as he does so, he's rocking side to side. Very
noticing that.
The gatherers. Okay, so once you guys see what you guys see now, he's a good one to look into since we have so few of them.
Yeah, just everything that you mentioned. I was also noticing the Byfield face too, but I kind of didn't really understand what I was seeing at first. So I just went with like Genii. But then yeah, his eyes, they do pop out more so than his mouth does. The emoting doesn't go as up as it would for a G Alpha either.
Yeah.
And that is Jai, that is unaware mouth. Yeah, there's so many different things.
It looks like literal Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
that's a good one. I was thinking Hugh Jackman. I was like, yeah, he's sort of rising up, but more Yang in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of different things. Obviously, building a deck, that's something that a lot of people can do, or adding on to that, or pouring the concrete, and those things are big projects.
Modulation for him. That's articulation as modulation.
I want to get after is that
Yeah.
if you're talking about having parties, having people over, having the kids eating at home, we're talking about cleanliness. The P&G did a national survey, and in the Birmingham, Alabama area, only 17%
That's
of
good. I like that he was included.
their grill or their patio equipment.
Wow, that's a little bit dirty. Now, I think a lot
Yeah,
of people say,
doesn't work.
hey, it's fire, it cleans itself.
It's
They
the
do,
energy.
it just burns it right off, but that's not the case, I guess.
No, absolutely not. And Danny, I mean, first of all, it's the grease and
And he has that those explosions.
But also,
Yeah.
Electric, but he doesn't. Other than that, he doesn't take up space like you would, like a directive would, for example.
Yeah. He just happens to be a big guy. I guess that might have thrown some people off, kind of a little bit with me, and so. But he is, yeah. He's an adaptive.
It works on stainless. You just spray it and you wipe it right off.
Mm.
Well, including what
Cool.
you're going to.
Sweet. Anyone else? Anyone want to look at? We have 3 minutes. Maybe Jan Frisch. Did anyone,
Yeah, I think he should be
Yeah.
the last one. Yeah, he's a good
did
one.
anyone get Nijai on him?
I think Ben?
Ben, you did?
Oh, who? Oh no, I didn't. I was worried he might be Nijai, but I ended up going Naiji.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, he should be discussed though. I think he.
Yeah, let's see him.
With me, I kind of came at the angle of ripping from film directors. That haunted
Yeah.
Son and people like that.
Oh, that's a.
Oh man, that's a
With the song. Oh man.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro. You can see the lower lip now that
Yeah.
yeah.
His
Jackson.
face bothered me when I was reading him. I thought it was Abramish.
Yeah.
Looked more
Look at that warm gummy right there.
impactful, less long.
Yeah. Biggest thing for me was like the underwear mouth.
Yeah, the mouth. That's
And
really
the eyes, they didn't look like too distinctly dissatisfied. They looked more like I was like at the time I was thinking they might just be open, and not really not carrying that same night out intensity.
The beard threw me off a little bit too.
Yeah, me too, Glenn.
Yeah, I pasted a link.
What's that, Coach?
Something to focus on, this is a good example of it, is he has warm gummy claw, but he's using it in a rather theatrical and very deliberate way, because he's doing showmanship with his magic. And the way he moves the objects around is all sort of pre-planned. So that can be the thing he's directed, but that's warm gummy claw being done in a theatrical, deliberate way. Showmanship.
Mm.
Posted a link to pictures of Peter Jackson, the director of the Lord of the Rings movies. He looks like a younger version of Peter Jackson, the beard, and actually he reminds me even more of another guy called Robin Guthrie that you guys might not be familiar with.
I can totally see Peter Jackson.
Also a riff of Peter Jackson.
Yeah, I definitely get Peter Jackson with like the beard and the like messy hair and the whole like I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just younger and more, I guess, less heavy. Sorry, what? Oh, that's him talking. Okay.
Vangelis is a Naiji, right?
Vangelis is a Naiji, yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice sheet. Okay. Cool. We're at 7. Good time to move to Act 3 with our live read. Coach, who's our live read today?
It's a sample of Bruno's music artist, Melissa or Melanie Martinez.
Okay. Sample of yours, Bruno. Melanie looks like. Yeah, Melanie Martinez. Melanie Martinez.
Oh, is that one of the samples that I posted?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did post a riff of her. I don't know if that's gonna bias anybody, but if you guys don't mind that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I said Javi FKA Twigs.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, I have somebody. I do have someone that I'd really like to read, and I think she's a little bit tricky.
Well, let's read this one, and then if we have time.
Okay, cool.
Another read? Okay.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea. So did you say that you're seeing a riff of?
Yeah, Bruno said he was singing a riff of FK Twigs, Javi. So here's the video for Melanie Martinez.
I was really unsure about the riff, though. I mean, it could very well be a Vijay, like a AdSense
she
riff.
has that theatrical, like, princess sort of look.
Yeah, it's kind of like kind of reminds me a little bit like Katy Perry too, a little bit sort of like bubblegummy kind of. I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strawberry fresh.
Bubblegum Vija.
Let's see. What does
It's a
her
nice
voice sound like? So I can see her eye, like her eyes pop. As far as like they're big and have like sort of a clear lens to me. It's like quality.
So you're leaning more towards V then, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I am.
I guess I don't know, like,
I mean, I'd be really, really surprised if she's not an AdSense, either Jai-V or Vijay.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm leaning towards right now.
Yeah, I don't think she's a nice G.
She's a bit quick with like these head shakes.
So
Mhm.
character. But so basically it goes.
I feel like I might be getting a Shades riff of one female actress from that one show.
Which
Marvel. She's a nice Z. She plays that one superhero with a purple man.
Oh, Kristen Ritter?
Kristen Ritter, the one
Yeah,
from
I feel like I'm seeing a Shades
Jessica
riff.
Jones.
Nice.
Jessica
Nice.
Jones, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But probably as a shade.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Right.
I'm feeling too.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, this picture, let's see, I'm going to post that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the one that I just posted of Ariana Grande.
Is she a Jai-V or is she a V?
She's a Jai-V.
She's a Jai-V.
Jai-V. Ariana Grande, Jai-V.
She's a Jai-V, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure she's a Vijay, right?
She was.
Who?
Ariana
She was
Grande?
Jai-V, then she turned to Vijay, then she
She's
went
been
back to being
Jai-V for a
Jai-V.
while. Yeah.
Alright, I'll look it up. I'm pretty confident. Yep, Jai-V.
Oh, okay. Yeah, personally, I'm leaning more to Jai-V, I guess, but like I said, I'm a little bit biased. Let me put some pictures of FKA Twigs here.
I think it's perfectly reasonable to want to think Jai-V.
It seems like she has a lot going on in the mouth area, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Definitely get that, like, surprise demoting look from her. Vijay, Mojas, Vijay Alpha especially tend to have a lot of.
Do her eyes pop out more, or does her mouth pop out more? I think her eyes have like a veil on them, maybe. I'm looking at like Katy Perry as an
Her eye is
example.
popping out. I mean, her mouth. To me right now.
So I just posted a link to the riff combo that I posted on the site. It's speculative, so I mean obviously because we're reading her now, but in that picture, I'm sort of seeing.
Oh, that's FKA Twigs, right? They do look similar physically.
Like the mouth, the eyes, like FKA Twigs' eyes are very like classic Jai Alpha, droopy, like sleepy, but the mouth looks similar to both.
Yeah, her hands.
I think of her hands.
Look a
That's
little.
good. Yeah,
fleshy,
that's good to
but
point out
not
there, Charlene.
necessarily like full fleshy. They have longer edges.
She's gripping that mic, and her other hand is not really that expressive. This maybe another interview would show her more gesturing.
Yeah, I think we have.
That would be a good idea.
Let's see. This one. Got it?
I like the idea of pop music, as an honest. Way cooler than hearing about someone got real drunk to my songs.
That's very collapsible. I don't know.
I want people to listen to you know, something that's like honest. That's what makes me excited about making music. I'm just happy that I get to put music like that out there, you know. I'm really happy that people are listening to it, and amazing. The whole point of the album was to take childhood themes and relate it to adult situations. Every single title is like some sort of, you know, thing related to childhood, and then the actual core of the song, the dark green chocolate ganache middle of the cake, as I like to call it, is honest and like adult story or situation.
Round and round like a whisper carousel. Where we go, will I catch up too long? I can never tell. I don't know.
I think that
Yeah, I think Shy
like realize that there is a dark side because it's honest. I mean, like nothing is
Yeah,
perfect.
that's where I'm
It's like
leaning
life is
towards
human,
too.
you know? So Hi Baby is
She seems to sway and then shimmy. Sway and then shimmy, kind of thing.
darker side of me,
And that looks like poignancy around the eye area and hoodedness. I don't know. I think I'm seeing Shy.
Yeah, I actually maybe don't want to rule out Shiny quite yet either, but
Sure.
shiny. There are things like
Shiny, yeah, but she's just because she's reminding me a little bit of Rin Weaver, who's a Shiny, but her eyes don't really remind me of her.
Yeah.
They seem more clear to me. They look more camera lensy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more of a Shy V vibe.
Yeah, she looks more dough-like.
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, the eyes have that dough quality.
About
Like
herself.
Bambi quality, right? Mm.
Yeah.
She's happy with who she is. She's very comfortable in herself.
And the riff of FK Twigs is, I think that's really good too. That seems to work really well.
I mean, this album's like really special for me because it's my first album, but it's also like
Maybe we can do a second read too.
point where I'm just really like comfortable.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time.
Can we see it?
If we're confident pretty soon, then we definitely have a lot of time.
Hey, I'm Melanie Martinez, and you're watching Babel Music.
Hello, Kelly here. Welcome. I'm Kelly Martinez. We're nice to have you in Australia. Now, we have a bunch of ingredients in front of us. We've got some nice little bacon kind of.
I guess that
Can you guys post the link to the video? I can't see any of these.
Yeah. Here's a link to the video we're looking at now.
Thank you.
amazing.
We threw it out to your fans at the sample out on Twitter. What are kind of ingredients that kind of remind them of you and your whole aesthetic and everything that's going on? So what have we got here? Do you want to kind of walk us through
I love this.
what your
Okay.
fans have brought in?
So there are strawberries, there are raspberries, there are these M&M cookies, I think, or
That's right.
can't pick, and then there's is this chocolate syrup?
Yeah.
Nutella, and then milk.
And then,
Oh,
Yeah, one
is
of
this poison?
it's not poison. It's actually boys' tea.
Oh, it's boys too. That's hilarious.
Isn't that good? So
I was
let's
like, oh man, it's definitely poison.
Yeah, the Kristen Ritter riff is really good, Glenn. Definitely seeing like the shade thing.
Yeah, let me put one where she's a little closer.
I love miniature things.
It's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that's helpful.
Yeah.
This and that audition experience, and I didn't think anything of it. And I got a call back, and it's like, wow, like that's cool, like that's weird.
The energy, I guess, reminds me a little bit of Halsey, who was in Eagle Eye's quiz several weeks ago.
Who?
What do you mean?
Halsey, who's a YouTube, she sort of started out on YouTube and then moved into pop music. Yeah. At least I think that's it. Maybe I'm confusing her with someone else. But here, this is what I'm talking about.
There's almost like this innocent ghostly quality in her songs.
No.
Oh, was she Shy V?
She's a Jive, yeah.
Ballsy,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah. Yeah. I can sort of see that. She has a different kind of shape to her face, a little more of a different kind of style. But yeah, they're both Jive, so they have that in common.
Yeah, I'm thinking more the energy, like the
Yeah.
eyes, they're more clear. Um,
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel pretty good with Jive. I'm not sure about anyone else though. Like, it seems as though nothing.
This not so good.
This works.
It works.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm about as certain as it's gonna get for me personally.
I feel the same way.
All right. Where are you guys at? Mitchell, Adimus, Ben, are you guys ready to make a guess?
Yeah,
or-
that's fine.
Sure, I can make a yes. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll get more confident by
Okay.
continuing. So.
Okay, cool. So we'll start off with you, Bruno. Where do you land on?
Yeah, I'll stay at Jive.
Chippy?
Yeah, I will go Jive, then Vijay. Yeah, basically.
Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She's tricky because of her Mazoot. Like her artistic style is distracting. But I'm gonna go with Jive.
Yeah, I'll go Shivy.
I say Jive.
Say Jivy and then Vijay.
She's tricky.
Oh.
I believe she has a very distracting Mazu. I think this is an IG.
Oh, I was afraid of that because she kind of reminded me of Grimes too.
Rainbow Bright Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like 20 minutes trying to get past her Mazoot. I was like looking at pictures for like 20 minutes and like, can
Notice how fidgety she is. She's extremely fidgety.
I was just
Yeah.
And when she's being asked a question, she goes aside and almost moves her head around like she's being shot at while she's thinking. Oh, and when she laughs, it's out. She's
Yeah.
like, ha 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 ha! It's projective. It's G projective. She doesn't laugh inward.
Yeah. At the last,
Sorry, Dina.
Interesting.
I was saying at the last minute, I was like, could this be a Grimes though? And it's like she looks more doughy though, more doe-eyed than Grimes though. So that's kind of what.
She
Yeah.
females really do this like doe thing though. I've seen a few of them
That's
do
really tough.
When she's interviewing, she's doing it now.
Impressive.
She hunter hunches. She can stay here the whole time probably, and she twitches. Look how twitchy she is. Jivey don't collapse like that. She's pretty much in this hunter hunch, which is forward like a directive, but also HSP, which Jivey don't have it like that. Look at her. She's like protecting herself. And right there, wary as she's listening. When she was listening, did you see her? She is side-eyed to her right, and it was chilly.
Yeah, that's not
This
poignancy.
expression, that was for the audience. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's her going into her stimulator too, not poignancy.
But hiding more, hiding her hunter a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. I don't know. She's. This is for effect. She doesn't so much sway as shrink back. She shrinks in when she needs to think. She's shrinking in now. It's weird. She says shrunken in while in the hunter hunch. She's been doing it almost every interview. Shrunken in against the world onslaught while in a hunter. And demure, but her emoting is steering. Up. Lots of HSP. Lots of HSP.
Yeah, her eyes, like that doe-like quality of her eyes really threw, I think,
Yeah,
me
I
off.
noticed that.
Yeah.
Glenn, your riff of Tristan Ritter actually is almost there.
She's actually not as comfortable holding her emotional space as a Jayal would be. Right there. That one. She's looking right at you. And that's a satisfaction. Hid under a rainbow bright. Right, satisfied.
She's like all this like offbeat, like artistic, childlike, you know.
Yeah, she puts out this like innocent signal.
Yeah.
Can confuse it for shy.
Ed likes being more in control in the artistic setting. In these interviews, she is struggling with being cool and doing it right, but she just holding her space is not so easy for her. She looks very nervous and uncomfortable almost all the time. I haven't seen her look sort of like comfortable in her space yet.
Yeah, I think she's very comfortable playing the more adaptive sort of riff.
Well, at the same time,
Whoa.
that laugh, it's all for effect. All for effect.
Yeah.
Her head was just like going like slinky, going like all over the place.
All right, I think we're time maybe one more.
Yeah, so you said you had one, Bruno?
Sure. It's a link here. It's
That's a good one though.
blogger interviewer.
What's that? What's the name? Bruno?
Oh, started it on the playlist. Her name is Alicia Atout. But it's on the playlist now.
Okay.
Alright, I'll fast forward.
Could you put her name in the chat so I can copy that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going through all the videos.
Here, let me paste the link in the chat, Jailene.
D4.
I'm trying to. There it is.
It might be this one.
On your website, or specifically on our YouTube channel. Over the past few months, I've really wanted to listen to share factors on our interviews, ask any questions.
Pictures don't seem to be shown.
And you know, really cool things you have going on with us.
Is that her?
Yes, this is the sample.
And to share ideas, or even if you want to see on the website.
Okay, so it's her.
Any
Okay.
questions in the comments. I built Andy 2.5 years ago because I really wanted an outlet to share my thoughts.
Is this her?
I never thought this would become a reality.
The one
Yes.
who's talking? Okay.
Yeah.
Like Shirley Manson.
I'm not sure if you can tell.
Yeah. This is our new sample. Alicia Atout.
Who's she?
But for now,
What is she? What's her story, Bruno?
She's a music blogger.
Okay. Music.
So I'm gonna
I'm
post
confused. It's an
another
example
link.
for reading. What's the relevance in this?
So I just added another link.
What's her name?
Chat.
Alicia Atout.
Alicia what?
Her name typed on the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pasting the links in the chat. The name as
Thanks.
well.
Right, she's like some kind of blogger.
I can let everyone who watched the
YouTuber.
last week.
Seems like
She interviews bands, but in these segments she's talking about general news.
This video below.
I see, okay. Cool.
Episode 2.
So good media footage.
When she
In
articulates.
case you missed it, we posted some awesome articles on the website last week. I just started a live fun giveaway.
I'm confused. Are we reading her?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
This royal task, along with premiering a brand new video for our friends in Blush, we're giving away a pair of tickets to Tourist Upon's sold-out show in Toronto. The contest is a limited edition A-side set.
Did she ever do an interview? Is this for her, or this is like scripted?
Yeah, just
You want to see her talking to someone else, Coach?
That'd be ideal. We could have that.
Okay. Yeah, here you go, Jarlene. I'm gonna paste the channel link in the chat.
Okay.
It has all this stuff.
Oh.
am on the pleasure speaking the silver team.
What? Telling me.
One of my favorite moments from the evening was when Andy met Nancy.
These are good videos too, though. I feel.
Yeah, but it's still kind of a performance. You always want to interview over performance.
So much fun.
So she's basically reading a scripted thing from a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds a bit memorized.
So something like this?
Yeah.
It's like when you ask like
Okay.
Yeah. Feels more organic, right?
Yeah, you'll see her actually reacting and pushing in actual real-time responses. Not planned ahead of time.
More off the top, yeah.
Right. Not as rehearsed.
First of all, you can see how she's sitting and everything's different than when she's up presenting.
Exactly. Okay. Angle is a little bit weird, but yeah.
There's no other video besides this, and I think together it works. You know what I mean?
She has.
Hi, I'm Terry Genderbender of the Butchrex, and you are here watching.
So Melanie Martinez reminds me a lot of this girl, actually, who I didn't realize it at the time, but I guess they do remind me of each other a lot. Like, she's very twitchy, and this girl almost definitely an IG.
Who are we talking about?
The girl in red, sorry, and Alicia Atout, who is the
Wow, that was
sample.
another day.
Yeah, the sample in question is the person in white.
Yeah, but Charlie, make sure she's on the read request. Bruno, I'll make sure she gets done for sure.
Oh, so okay, so not right now.
Well, because we're doing one read already. We're already doing a read.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, the one in red we'll do next time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Well, not next time, but it'll get done.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying about like the riff and everything, that connection. That's cool.
First time I saw you live,
But yeah, Alicia Atout, the interviewer, just seems interesting because I get a directive vibe, but at the same time she's very like up and energetic, and like, always like very enthusiastic.
All right, you guys, do what you can with this sample. If you can't get it, it's okay, because this media is not the greatest. I have read her.
Alright, cool.
Guys, do what you can.
Yeah, she does seem like upbeat at certain points, but it's an interesting.
Was there an interview with the guy?
So does Dodger, though. So
They're the ones.
Dodger?
something to keep in mind. Yeah.
Is anyone leaning towards Jez Mojo?
Kind of leaning towards like Naiji or.
Emoting does seem natural for her.
well, I actually saw a lot of photographs from your paper. You had an absolute blast. I actually have a quote here from your Instagram where you love people singing along, dancing on shoulders, and licking the posters of the hat.
Yeah.
Just that when it came to those live shows, which songs did you want?
Do we have any information on like VJs, like much music VJs or anything like that? No.
There have been a few like Sai, I thought. VJ's coach.
Alexa Chung is a Ziny.
Kennedy is a Nizy.
Yeah.
We were trying
But the males
There's
are lots of IG. The males.
demographics.
VJ,
Like MTV VJ.
I think there's an MTV VJ who's also a Zini woman.
Yeah, I think it's a little all over the place, but I also don't think it translates too well because this is YouTube blogging versus corporate VJ.
So, how would you compare
I see what you're saying. Might be different in that way.
It's kind of.
Because
I'd say exactly.
Okay, but coach knows the answer, so
He does.
I'm just sort of shooting in the dark.
Great crowd, really great venue. Yeah, good time.
Sure, he does.
So when you're kind of looking down into that crowd, bumping into each other, going crazy, singing their lyrics. What's running through your mind? Like, is it hard for you to focus on the lyrics? You're thinking like, please listen to each other. What's kind of running through?
Yeah, like parental kind of watch out.
How about like
Say,
Natalie Portman?
don't get her at fun. Because like when
Guess
I
who
was
Natalie
a teenager,
Portman
I was
wrote?
in there, but I always got super bummed out.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Naiji as well. I mean, she's very unusual for Naiji, if that's the case. But
They say.
I am thinking Naiji. I mean, that would be cool because she's pretty different. But I can't think of like energetically any Naiji females that are like this comfortable, engaging, and like it just seems so like.
Well, I don't know. On previous tours, I've gone
It's like a different type of energy.
more like a tasty.
But physically, I can see that. Physically, I can see Naiji. That's why I was asking because she seems like such an unusual sample.
I'm writing a diary, which is taking up most of my time. So, kind of more diary entries I write, and more they're about writing a diary. It's just kind of pointless, but you can read that online. Yeah.
She's very smiley.
She is, yeah.
I'm wondering how much of that is like she maybe like what trying.
Natural and yeah, also she.
Well, my parents live next to.
I know. I'm considering like
and
both Ni Alpha and like Ni Zai.
It's incredible.
I feel like I'm also sort of considering the G9 too for some reason.
Oh, that's a good consideration too.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was also thinking Night Z.
Yeah, because part of me is wondering like whether the emoting is going up. But
is anyone thinking Zaini?
No, too much emoting, in my opinion.
Absolutely hilarious about that. Like, I'm not even sure if it was all the DJ said about
Yeah, the energy is unusual for Zaini, but for Night Z, that would make sense. The energy. There's a lot of Zaini that do YouTube at this, this kind of like very, I guess, bubbly energy.
Night where it's kind of themed on the spotlight.
Yeah.
All the drink spices kind of like shuffle around in Christ or whatever.
That laugh that she does with like the eyebrows all furrowed and stuff. That's interesting
Lily?
too.
Does she remind you of Evangeline Lilly at all?
Like an even smaller, more kind of version.
And then probably more straight up. No, I was gutted because
We're about at time, so maybe we want to take a look at pictures and see what we see in the next 2 minutes.
Pictures are not very easy to find. A lot of pictures.
Yeah, there aren't too many pictures.
Yeah, there aren't too many pictures. That's true.
Oh, does she have enough to be collaged, even?
I can take some pictures of the video and put it on the.
Please do that in the future. I have to have. That's the minimum. I have to have 2 samples. I could probably use that one.
I'm happy to like take a screenshot and cut it out for some of these samples.
Yeah, because that way I can include it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of doing that.
As I always develop skills and we learn more of the data, like we had to revisit all the past old cases, and I need 2 photos for that kind of Rolodex. So I can always
absolutely.
So Bruno, I'll start off with you. What do you guess on Alicia?
I guess I'll say Night Z.
Night Z?
Yeah.
Okay. Glenn?
With me, I'm gonna have to say Naiji, and then maybe G9 and Naisi,
Okay.
and Zaini, and then da.
Cool. How about you, Ben?
I'm gonna go with my strongest guess, Nizi.
Okay. How about you, Mitchell?
I think I'll go with. I'll go with Naizine or with Naiji. Let's back up.
Okay. Dimas?
I'm so not ready, but
Yeah.
It's leap of faith.
I guess I'm gonna say Naiji, and my second I'm gonna go left field here. Zenai. That's my second.
Okay, cool. I'll say Naiji. I'll have like Vaiji as my second backup.
All right, you guys actually did really, really well because she's actually a very tough sample because she's very smiley and has a lot of game, but she is a Nizi.
Naiji.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was going up.
Was that a Naiji?
Nizi.
Nice.
Naiji.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna say, like, I'm
Like
looking at her
that,
face.
she uses her smiles quite a bit. But
Yeah.
that smiliness, use their smiles like that quite a bit.
What was?
As an IC is Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings helped me with her.
Also, Sarah Silverman. Sarah
Yeah.
Silverman's really smiley.
And as
Yeah.
far as VJ, there is a MTV VJ who is an IZ.
Kennedy.
Who's that?
Kennedy?
Kennedy, was she?
Not sure.
Zenai?
Actually,
She has
so
curly hair, glasses.
yeah, she had
Kennedy?
dark hair and glasses.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, generally, like when they smile like a lot, and you can't, but you can't seem to find the connection with like the line going up. That's usually a red flag. That there's
What's her name? Kennedy.
Just Kennedy.
A scripted mode.
Yeah, and Whitney Cummings.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Kennedy.
That smile reminds me of Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings.
More good
is
natured
one of
though,
them.
but very smiley like her.
Who's
You know,
the Kennedy?
Whitney Cummings as a comedian, an IZ comedian, she uses a lot of like ladylike smiling. Well, she does daggers, but she does a lot of smiling as a part of her routine. And very slinky. So she's very slinky and very smiley. Cool.
Like on one of the pieces of paper it said.
You want to watch me a little bit now, you know that. But a lot of smiley, but it is not going up.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the Kennedy riff. Who's the Kennedy riff?
Yeah, Glenn. Her name is Kennedy. It's just Kennedy. Like VJ Kennedy.
Oh, I see.
As far as like her more physiology,
Let me just check this out.
Cummings.
Oh yeah, I see this Bruno.
Yeah, more an image, her image than anything else.
They look pretty similar, different in a way.
Yeah, it's not really look and her look. Necessarily, it's more of her
Interviewer style.
interviewer style.
Being very Mackie. You know, it's kind of like that. You guys remember? Was it Bernthal from Daredevil that when we were reading them, we thought that he might be a Genii because he was so Mackie, telling these life stories, smiley, joking, you know what I mean? But Nizy can do that, and Nizy interviewers are not rare.
Yeah, I actually do remember that, actually.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, great there. I think there's still a few more people on the rotation, so we'll just go pick up with them. And then I'll see everyone next Sunday. This week I'll take a time out from Truthfire Journal just because I've been sick and so I fall behind on my pace for collaging reading for the year, and I want to get back on that. So I'll do it the next week, and I'm planning for that to have Glenn and Bruno in there if they are available. So I was thinking, guys, maybe not this Thursday, but Thursday after that would be something I think of if you guys were available. If not, we can work something in there as well. We have time to schedule. Okay.
Sure.
But if you could, in the meantime, I think, Bruno, I have some stuff from you just from all the riff stuff you put out. I have some stuff to work with there. But, Glenn, if you could send me some fitness stuff for me to play with, and we can go over that when we meet.
Yeah, I'm going to be sending you a whole bunch of stuff. It's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Charlene, you should get, whichever one of you guys goes out the house, you should get some of those zinc lozenges. You know what those are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have lozenges.
You have zinc lozenges? Because those things really help boost your immune system if you're sick.
Okay.
Well, no, listen, the thing about it is, if you take zinc in a pill, if you eat zinc in a pill, this is my one nutritional thing. This is the one nutritional thing that I know. If you take zinc in a pill, it goes in your stomach and it melts in your stomach acids, so it doesn't do anything. But if you take it in a lozenge and let it melt in your mouth, then it goes in your bloodstream and it does what it's supposed to, and it cuts the length of your cold in half, more or less. It boosts your immune system a lot.
I think I'm a bit of a flu bug, but maybe it'll help with that too.
It should help with anything where your immune system is compromised.
Okay, great.
So
Thank you.
zinc lozenges. Yeah.
I appreciate the tip.
I've made note of it.
Okay, so I'll see you next time, and Glenn and Bruno will get it together and do some good stuff.
Great.
All
All right. Awesome. Good night, everyone. And good job on that nice seat. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.